Hey guys, welcome back to KS Makeup Your Face, where I teach you how to make up your face. So today we're going to be filming a video that is a little bit different here on my channel. I am graced by the presence of the fabulous Bryce.
Be fabulous. I thought Haley was fabulous.
No, she's beautiful.
Okay.
And so if you guys didn't know, Bryce lives here in Australia and I live in California, so we do have a long distance relationship. There are a few questions that I have been asked, and they're kind of like frequently asked questions that I get or he gets, and so I figured we'd just answer them here in a video for you all. We have the questions written in my handy dandy notebook here. For the privacy of the people who have asked, I will keep their names anonymous, but I will keep the question written down here below and we'll just try and go from there. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you guys maintain a long distance relationship?
Every day we talk.
Yeah, so if that means like we'll FaceTime with each other, or we'll like Gmail chat, Facebook, things like that.
It doesn't have to be like a whole day, you just at least see each other every day.
Yeah, so like he'll get home from work, Australia time, it's his like 7 p.m. or sometimes earlier, but for me in like US time, that's pretty much like 1 in the morning, and so either he'll wake me up while I'm sleeping or I'll stay up and wait for him to come home. And then when I wake up in the morning, like around 6 a.m., 7 a.m., I'll wake him up, which is his like
midnight or something.
Yeah, his
1 a.m. Right?
Yeah, about his 1 a.m. So in a way, it's like we have to, you know, like wake up for each other. But that's okay. We've gotten used to it already. I mean, it's hard. Maintaining it's hard. And there are a lot of things that, you know, you have to do, but make sacrifice for each other.
And we go to, well, I guess visit each other.
Yeah, we try to visit each other, I mean, as frequently as we can. It's not easy, but, you know, what can you do? So, like, we're trying to keep, like, a pattern going. So, he's visited me, like, mostly February, March time. And very rarely, but we're gonna try and keep it going. So I want to try and visit during my summertime when I'm not in school anymore. So summer break is like from June to, you know, September. Of course, I mean, I'm hoping not to do like staying too long, but I mean, it's good for us to spend time together. So that's why this time I chose to stay for 3 months. And then oh, and then he's already booked his flight, so he's coming for Christmas. So he'll be here, well, he'll visit me in like December time and then go back in January of 2014. So we just kind of got to keep planning it, and it's hard, but you just do what you got to do. Second question, do your parents, both parties, support you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're friends, so they're okay with each other.
If you guys didn't know, his parents and my parents, they've known each other since like way back when, and not that they're old. I didn't mean it like that. They've known each other for a long time already. My dad used to tease me saying that even before we were born, our parents wanted us to be together already. I don't know.
They were trying to set us up.
They were already trying to set us up, and we didn't get together for our parents. That's not how it is. It just happened. It so happened that, you know, we fell for each other. But yeah, I guess my dad supported me since the very beginning, you know, like I didn't know if I wanted to get with him yet, and then I asked my dad for advice. My dad encouraged it, saying he would be supportive throughout the entire thing, so I took his advice and I said yes. And I wouldn't be here and he wouldn't have visited me if our parents didn't agree, so.
Because yeah, that's how you visited in the first place.
Then question number 3. For those with long distance relationships, what suggestions would you give them?
Don't do it.
Even though, I mean, we support all long distance relationships out there, the number one thing I guess we could say is just don't do it. It's too hard. I mean, of course, you can't choose who you love. So, I mean, if your true love happens to live far away, then go ahead and do it. But it's not easy, and we don't recommend it.
Is that
like,
bad? Is that bad?
No, I don't think so. Because I mean, I prefer him to be with me, or he prefer me to be with him. So it's not like we prefer to be apart. Yeah. You know, who would prefer that? Always make time for each other.
You have to have a plan. You have to have at least a set plan on how long you're gonna...
Or like your future, yeah, like kind of plan it out, because if you don't have anything to look forward to, then what are you fighting for?
You both gotta agree. I mean,
yeah.
You make a plan and you both gotta stick to it.
Yeah, like if for example, you know, like I've just pushed him to come to live with me and he's not okay with it, then that's not fair to him. Like, I would feel guilty in that sense, because it's like me being selfish, not thinking of him. So yeah, you have to think of the other one too. Be selfless. Just talk to each other.
Yeah.
Be talkative. He's quiet and I talk a lot, so we complement each other. Number 4, when do we plan on getting married? So no one knows when you're gonna get married. It just happens, you know? So there's no like for sure date or year or anything that we've decided that we want to get married. However, you know, if it happens, then it happens, but we both know that we're both too young still. You know, I'm only 19.
21.
He's only 21, so being married at this age is sort of young for us still, and we still have like our whole lives to go. Marriage isn't exactly an option just yet. It's very, very far from now. Number 5, how long have we been together? On the 14th of July, it will be our 2 years and 8-month anniversary. That's just like since we've been dating, not for like how long we've known each other. Number 6, how did you two meet? When I was like maybe 4, he was 7. Yeah,
yes, yeah.
He was 7, and so that was back when his family still lived in the Philippines, and of course, I've lived in California my whole life. So his family made a trip over to California just for like a vacation. I remember back when I was like really young, we had this like little play pen thing, and it was like there's a slide you can climb up and then you can slide down. And I remember like just thinking about like how we would go down the slide together, and to me I was like, oh, he's so cute, and like that was when I was like 4 too. So I guess that's kind of like where my infatuation with him started a little bit, and I guess after he left, I sort of forgot about him. We didn't even like have another encounter until like a couple years.
We didn't have Facebook then.
Yeah, and we didn't have Facebook, and so like, and I was like 4, so of course you don't really remember those things when you're 4. I did sort of have a crush on him back then. The summer after my sophomore year in high school, I spent a month in New South Wales, and after that month, my dad told me, he said, I want you to go up and visit Bryce's family for 4 days. And I remember when he first told me that, I was like, oh, I don't remember them. They probably don't remember me. This is gonna be a little awkward. Like, that's kind of weird, right? Anyways, but yeah. And so my dad booked the flight, and that's it.
Well, he came to visit us in Brisbane, and then 3 nights, 4 days. And it was a weekend. My birthday, actually. You arrived on my birthday. He left on the day after Dad's birthday.
No, we left on Dad's birthday. Yeah.
So it was 4 days, 3 nights. Yeah, we just kind of spent time. Well, Princess was kind of teasing us.
Yeah, so
and then
I was at he and his brother's basketball game, and they were playing, and me and his sister-in-law were sitting on the sidelines, and I made the stupid mistake. I'm just kidding, it wasn't a stupid mistake. But I confessed to his sister-in-law, telling her how I thought that he was so cute, and she told everyone. So I guess like he kind of already knew that I had like a little bit of like an infatuation with him. I guess like in a way it was like kind of resprouting old feelings from when I was 4 years old. That's silly to say, but yeah. And then before I left, I wrote him a letter, and I told him about how I felt. And he messaged me on Facebook and rejected me and told me that we could never...
Well, it wasn't really a rejection. It was, I don't know, being honest.
He declined my, you know, not an invitation, but it was more like I had hinted to him.
It's not like I declined. I just said that...
He didn't decline, like, rudely.
Yeah, I did.
He declined politely. But he said that it wouldn't work out because of the distance and how it was going to be too hard. And you know what, it is hard, but we're making it work. So yeah, but
that's another thing. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm older. I just felt like I'm 3 years older than you. At that time, I was like a big deal.
Well, I mean, even now, you're still 3 years older than me.
I mean, at that time, it was a big deal for me. It felt like I was a baby snatcher.
So, when
Cradle snatcher.
I was 16 when we met, so that's why it was a little bit difficult for him to kind of grasp that concept that, you know, it's only 3 years, but to him it was still because I was under 18, and yeah, but thank you, you respect me, so.
Yeah, I didn't want to take advantage.
Eventually, he kind of overlooked that, and we made it work. You know, we continued to talk, and I told him that, you know, it may not work out, but we can try, and we talked up until that point, until he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes.
Because we Skyped and then we Facebooked.
Yeah, we would Skype and Facebook like all the time. You know, he was still in school at that time too. Yeah. So when he had like a free period in between classes, like we would be Skyping, and of course that would be like way late in the hours of maybe even like 3 a.m. for me. But I don't know. I was like, oh, I don't care about, you know, sleep, it's whatever. Number 7, how does the distance and time affect us? Do you want to take that one?
It's hard. I mean, how does it affect us?
It physically, emotionally, and mentally drains us. Like, it's tiring. The distance at first was kind of hard for both of us to get used to. It was, I mean, I don't know, it's like, it was hard at first. Like, I couldn't take it. And then, I don't know, like, as we've progressed in our relationship and we've both, like, learned how to, you know, like, make it work.
And you make a lot of mistakes, I guess.
Yeah, you have to make the mistakes in order to learn from them. And that's how it affects us, I guess.
You gotta be patient. I mean,
I've learned to be way more patient than I used to be. Like, I remember back when we first started dating, oh gosh, I was terrible. But, like, I've learned that it bothers him when I'm not patient. So, if you want to, you know, like, make it work, you have to learn to make that sacrifice for each other.
It drains us.
It's made us learn. You know, it's a learning experience, and
you gotta adjust every single time.
Yeah, it's an adjustment. That's true. I never thought of that either. Number 8. How did we decide on having a relationship given we live in 2 different countries? We didn't decide that. Fate brought us together. So, yeah, like I said before, you can't choose who you love. It just happens, you know? And he just so happened to live in Australia. I didn't ask him to live in Australia. It just happened. Like, he just lives here. Yeah. Right? I mean, of course we considered it when it came to whether we should be in this relationship or not, if, you know, it was gonna work out being so far apart, and it was one of the biggest contributing factors. I at first, he didn't believe that it could happen, but I said we should try it. And so I guess that's why we got into this relationship. It wasn't like he used to live in California and then he moved away. It's that, like, he's just always been here. Number 9. Will one of us move to either Australia or the U.S.?
Original plan.
Obviously, we would hope to be together at some point. I mean, whether it's to live here or in the U.S.
The original plan was me moving over there.
Yeah.
But then it's just impossible to find a work.
So yeah, it seems like
no work. Yeah.
The job is what's holding him back right now. But as for like me, you know, I'm gonna be in my 2nd year of college, and it's like if I were to finish, you know, up my 4 years in California and then maybe plan to pursue something here, it's easier because he's already got his job. He's already graduated from college. He's got his, like, you know, he's established here. So for him to move to the U.S. and just like drop everything, it's sort of like an inconvenience. So it is an inconvenience, I think, because, you know, you've already got everything here. So if that means I have to move here or something, then maybe that might be in our future, but we're not really sure yet. So we can't say that it's certain one of us is going somewhere, so we don't want to get your hopes up, guys. Number 10 is one of the biggest questions that I get all the time. Why do I call Bryce Abel?
You
So
answer that one. Or you do.
I don't want to get the information wrong.
One is all everyone. Me, my brother, and my sister have. Well, yeah, we have. I guess 2 names.
They have their birth names.
And they gave us nicknames when we were born, which is weird because I always thought that everyone had a nickname given to them when they were born. Like seriously, I'm like, why don't you have a nickname? Like I asked someone one time when I was a kid, but they gave us nicknames. I think what happened was our godparents gave us the first names, and then mom and dad gave us the nicknames. I don't know where they got it from, but I guess they just made it up. Yeah. And it's totally different from.
Yeah, it has no like correlation to their real name. I guess except Ati.
Yeah.
Hers is the only one. But I mean, okay, so so his real name is Bryce, and I try my best to call him Bryce when I'm referring to him, you know, to other people or, you know, like just to him, but it comes out as Abel because all I've known my whole life was his name was Abel. And I remember there was one time I was chatting with his brother on Facebook before I went on my exchange student trip. And he told me, his brother told me, oh, add Bryce on Facebook. And I said, who's Bryce? And he was like, oh, Abel. And I was like, oh, Abel. Like, who's Bryce, you know? So, yeah, his real name is Bryce. And I only call him Abel because that's all I've known, you know, to call him since I've ever met him. And, I mean, you are more than welcome to call him Bryce or Abel, whatever. But Bryce is his name. Yeah. So
I don't know. It's kind of when family and I guess church people call me Abel.
So I guess if you've known him for longer, or if you're very close with his family, he's known as Abel. But to everyone else, or legally, on documents, his name is Bryce. So honestly, that's the reason. Those are all the questions that I've been asked. If you have any more you would like me to do another video like this, leave your questions down below and we will definitely try our best to answer them. Do you have anything you want to say?
No. Thank you for watching.
I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Me and Brycey Poo here. To all those people out there who are in long distance relationships, we wish you guys the best and we feel ya. That's all we can say, I guess. We feel ya. So, yeah, and that's it. So, thank you guys again for watching, and don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe, and share this video, and we will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Holla for $1!
Bye.